thought of the day on the last day. It's an honor. Good morning, family.
Good morning.
I spent this last week in Sacramento with my family, my birth family, my family of origin, my parents, my brothers, and my grandparents, my aunts, my uncles. Because as many of you know, because you have been so supportive of me in this last year, my grandfather was in his final days of fighting stomach cancer. And so I flew out there last Monday. I got to spend some really precious time with him, and I'm forever grateful that I had those moments with him. And my grandfather was an incredibly generous and humorous and kind person, and he always made people feel cared for, and he never put himself in the spotlight. And one of the things that my grandpa would always tell me, whenever I would be leaving after having spent time with him, he would always say to me, "Kiddo, you're doing great. Keep doing what you're doing." And so that's the thought that I want to reflect on a little bit today, is this idea of you're doing great, keep doing what you're doing. Because when he said that to me, that meant a few things. It was his simple way of letting me know that he loved me. It was his way of reminding me that he believed in the person I was becoming. And it was also his way of reminding me in a very subtle way to not freak out so much, to not get so stressed, to not be tripping about all the things that I can get really stressed out about so easily, but to honor the process and remember that life is a journey. Here at Homeboy, we do this. We look each other in the eye and we say, "Wow, you're amazing. I'm so proud of you. You're off parole. You got your kids back. You got your GED." The prophet Isaiah wrote, "You are precious in my sight, and I love you." Those are the words of God to us. That's another way of saying you're doing great. Here at Homeboy, we value consistency, right? We talk about you keep coming back. In the 12 steps, you keep coming back. If you work it, it works. So you keep walking through the door. And it doesn't mean that there aren't mistakes that we make. We do. Father Mark is somebody who's always reminding me that we get distracted really easily because we're human. So again, like we start tripping because, oh man, why is that person making my life so difficult? Why is it that I keep making the same mistakes again and again and again? And he reminds us, especially in morning meditation, he's taught me this, that you notice that distraction. And you don't judge it. You don't judge yourself for the fact that you're having that attitude with that person or you're making that same mistake. You just notice it, and then you return to your breath. And you keep breathing. And you remember that you're human, and that you learn from those mistakes, and that's what helps you grow. So, you're doing great. Keep doing what you're doing. There's a few graduates who always come back and see me. Connie Cordero, Jose Rodriguez, Orsi Jerez, and others who are doing so great. They're thriving at the places that they work. Orsi working in food, working at a grocery store. Connie, who's working at a drug rehab. Jose Rodriguez, who is now a case manager, who's going and seeking people out or who are in the kind of circumstances that he was in when he was on the streets, and he goes and he seeks them out and he brings them back. And they always remind me every single time that they come that they're here for their dose of Homeboy. Because you keep coming back. This place is a place that has been family to me, and I'm exceedingly grateful. And I will carry that. I've been telling everybody, like, this place is in my DNA. And as I move forward, as I go into my next step, I'm in the process right now of a journey toward becoming a pastor, toward becoming an Episcopal priest. And so as I go forward in that journey, a couple more years of school, and I know that this place, this community, this family has taught me to be able to see myself as beloved, to be able to recognize the people around me as precious, to keep doing what I'm doing. So my encouragement to all of you today and always is that you're doing great. Keep doing what you're doing. Have a great day.